There's a male who you know in spirit world, and he was a youngish lad when he passed over, and he's been passed over, I'm going to say, possibly over 3-4 years, right? I feel he took his own life. Does this make sense to you? Just give me a yes or a no.
Yeah.
Like, I feel he took his own life, and I feel he was so... Inside, he was so unhappy, but there was nothing anybody could do to bring him back up. But I feel like because you're the person you are and the heart you've got, does that make sense? I feel like you would have done anything in your power to stop him.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But there was nothing you could do. I also feel like this male comes around you quite a bit when you're not 100% as well, and from spirit, he lifts you slightly as well. There's a woman hanging about, and I do believe the woman I've got is connected to all of you. So it could be your nana, because I know that your nana's in spirit as well. But I believe that this lady needs to tell you that she always knew who you truly were from being this high, and she's proud of who you've become now. Obviously, I don't know anything about your past. I don't, I know you basically from your mum's house, and that's about it. So what she gives me from your past, I don't know anything about it. But I do think that you were a bit of a, let's just say, you could have had your moments, okay? But I do feel like she's come through to say she's proud of who you are now. I also feel like that you've spoke recently about expanding your learning. I don't know who you spoke to about this, but I feel like there's some kind of like, it's like you're going to be doing, and I don't mean like you might go to college or something, it doesn't necessarily mean that, but it's like your eyes are going to open to something, and it's something that you're good at. Now, I know you sing, which you're good at, but I do feel there's something else that you've got a gift with, and I feel you're going to open your eyes to it and you're going to expand it. And to be fair, the direction I want to put you in is I feel I want to put you with other people who've got issues and possibly to work around them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's just what I'm getting for you. What are you giving me? What are you giving me that for? Right, I also need to ask you regarding your garden. I also feel like you've spoke recently about getting some kind of ornament or something for your garden. Because your grandma's approving of it. I don't know if she's grandma or nana, but she's approving of it. You've spoke, because this is what she does. She will tell you because she's listening. She's listening to what you say. So that's just her evidence that she is about. I also feel there's a Steve name relevant around you, and I don't know why, but I've got that name.
Steve.
Yeah, like a Steve. I don't know, but I've got that sort of name. It could be a first name, a surname, it could be Stevens. I don't know, but I feel like that name is relevant around you. Right. And is it you with a little, there's like she's putting something in my hand and it's like a little ornament or something, and I feel like you've got something and it might be outside of your bed and it moves on its own slightly sometimes and you've wondered if it moves. I don't know what it is, but it's little because it sits in my hand and I've got like your bedroom, like a bedroom, and I feel as though it moves slightly. So I need to give you that because you need to keep an eye on that. What else are you giving me? I also need to tell you that you need to get your handbrake tightened.
Yeah.
Right, you need to keep an eye on your handbrake. Your handbrake might need tightening, so you need to keep an eye on that as well. But she's also drawn me to a car, and I feel like you've spoke recently possibly about changing the car. And I do feel you will change the car. But I need to say to you, don't automatically go for the first one that you're going to look at. Because I do feel you'll get the vibe of the car. And I feel it could be a car that you probably wouldn't have imagined buying.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm psychic, but I'm not that good. I can't tell you what retrograde and everything is. But I do feel that. Now, she's drawn me to your hand lotion right on there, and I'm asking her why. Was it you, when you were younger, that was obsessed with cleaning your hands?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's making me just want to continuously clean my hands.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, she's drawing it to you. She's drawing me to the fact that you obviously obsessively cleaned your hands. And you're the sort of person, like, I mean, I know I've been in your kitchen, it's beautiful, I'm here now, but I do feel like your other rooms of the house, I feel like everything has its place. And I feel like it's an obsessive thing. It has to be, like, if you've got, for example, I don't know what's upstairs, but if you've got something on your bedroom window, they have to be symmetrical, and they have to, because she's really making me give the OCD out here. All right? So she's
I am a bit.
So she's acknowledging the OCD side of you as well. I feel like there's something coming up for both of you and Gary, I really do. And I feel it's a breakaway. So I don't know if you've spoke about going away somewhere. Now, I know social media, you go to Benidorm and things like that, and I know.
Yeah.
But I feel there's something else. I feel like there's something that, I'm not saying out of your comfort zone, but something that you possibly haven't done before. And I feel like you spoke about it, and she's saying you need to do it. Okay? It needs to be done.
Well,
that's what she's giving me. I'm just giving what she's giving me. You know what I mean?
Have you been speaking to him?
No. That's the first time I've ever met him. Honestly, it's the first time I've ever met you, Gary. I've heard about him, but I've never met him before.
That's bizarre.
Right. What else is she giving me? She's also making me aware that there's somebody around you that you know they're having a bit of a tough time at the minute, and it's a friendship type of level. You know they're having a tough time at the minute, but I also feel like they don't want to keep coming to you because they feel like they're a burden, even though they're not, but they feel like they are a burden. So I feel like this person's backed off slightly. Don't know who it is. This is just what she's giving me, so I'm making you aware of it. I have to give it to you. What else is she giving me? She's a fucking gobshite, isn't she?
Oh, why?
Bless her soul, she is. She is. Your granddad's up there, but I feel like, is your granddad military?
Yeah, he was.
Because he's just coming in, I feel like he wants to...
Yeah, he was. He was... Oh,
no, you can't, but I do feel he's connected with military.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's very... regimental is the word I'm going to use, and he's very regimental. And I also feel like it was quite strict, but fair.
Yeah.
That's just what he's making me feel. I feel like these two are going to be hanging about, so I feel they're all connected. I just feel they're really strong, and that's how they are connecting. Now, I know your brother has 2 little ones. I don't feel you with children. What I feel with you is, I feel you're going to get another dog, because I feel you've spoke about this recently as a little friend for Tina.
Yeah.
And I feel I need to tell you to get the dog. It doesn't matter what Gary says, and this is what your nana saying.
Wow.
So I do feel like you're going to have lots of fur babies. I do. Honestly, I do. That's just what I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
And I also feel you've spoke of breeding, because you feel you're getting a male and you're going to breed. And I feel like you're going to have lots of fur. That's why I'm getting lots of fur babies. I feel that you're going to breed the little one you've got now. I really do. She's lush though, isn't she? Breeder.
She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. But yeah, that's what she's giving me. So it's like their acknowledgement that, yeah, they want you to do it. So if Gary says no, right, just say, well, Sarah got you my nana right, and she said. So yeah. I also feel like there's somebody from your past going to come back and surface. Now, I don't know who it is. It's like a female I've got like, it's a female. And I feel like this female from your past going to come back. And I'm taking you back to when you were possibly teenage sort of.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you had a friendship with a female or anything. I don't know if anything happened with a female. But I feel like this female is going to resurface. But I need you to be on your guard. I feel like you need to be on your guard. And what she's making me feel is you're quite a... Well, I think you're gorgeous anyway, but I feel like you're quite a gorgeous person in the sense of if somebody needs you, you're there. If somebody needs help, you're there. And I just don't want this female to come in and take advantage of your good nature. So be aware of it and be standoffish. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Was it you that brought the bottle of wine when you were younger? I never told anybody. There's like a bottle. I'm saying wine, darling, because I'm really drawn to that, right? I don't know, but there's like a bottle, and I know it's alcohol, and I feel like when you were younger, you broke it or you dropped it or something, and I feel to this day somebody else has taken the blame for that.
God, possibly.
Right, because she's laughing about this now.
Possibly.
But at the time she wasn't. Right? But I need to give you it. I need to give you that. I really do need to give you that. Now, I know I've been diagnosed with an illness, which is fibro, so obviously I'm in pain with myself, but I also feel with you, for some reason, I'm getting aches and pains in your wrists. And I don't know if you're getting them yet, but I feel like you need to be aware of the aches and pains in your wrists, but I'm also being drawn to your knees. I feel like you're getting pain in your knees because you started on me with it. So, as I say, this is the health side, and I just feel like you need to be aware of it. That
totally makes sense.
Yeah, you need to be aware of it and everything. And I don't know if you've spoken of this recently, but I need to tell you, this isn't your weight that's causing it, it's something else. Because I feel, what she's saying is, you feel because you've put weight on, you're getting aches and pains. No, you're not. It's something else that's totally unconnected to that. Could be wear and tear, but don't worry about that because it's not that. She's giving me it. That's not me. What are you giving me now? Was it you that had the little... It's like a little bear, fluffy bear thing, and I don't even know if you've still got it. It's like a little bear. And I feel like it was a comfort thing when you were a child. Does that make sense? If you can't take it now, obviously it's been recorded, chicken, so you can always listen back to it.
Yeah, I can't really...
Or you can always ask mum or something later on. But I do feel like you had this little fluffy bear thing. And it was a comfort thing to a child because she's acknowledging it. She's also drawn me to... I feel you've been somewhere recently. I don't know if it's been with Gary, I don't know if it's been by yourself or anybody else. But I feel you've been somewhere recently and there's been a random flower growing out of something that you're thinking, why the hell is there a flower growing out of that? If you can't take that now, remember I've said it because I didn't. I do feel you're going to see it. I really do. And I feel like she leaves pennies for you. You find pennies sometimes or coins or something, and I do feel she's leaving the pennies for you. And what she's doing basically is saying you're doing well with the budgeting. So I don't know if you were a bugger like me, you used to think, I've got a bit of money, I'm just going to go and buy some shoes.
Proper waster.
Yes.
I used to be, definitely.
But you're budgeting, and that's what she's acknowledging, you're budgeting the money. What else are you giving me? This young man's stepping forward again, actually. You want to come forward, chicken? You want to come forward and say something? I feel like the young man that took his own life, I feel like he did a bit of that, but it was his way of getting out of reality. And I feel when he wasn't on that, it was like everything that was in his head, he's like making me aware, like everything, there's loads of stuff in his head and it's an overwhelming feeling. But I also get the feeling that as a child he was abused, this person, and it was never accepted or it was never spoke about, and he struggled dealing with it. And that's why I say there was nothing anybody could do. It was my way and I had to do it that way. Does that make sense? Right, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Right. I feel the month of November is relevant for you, and I don't know why, but I do feel the month of November, a birthday memoriam, or possibly something planned for November. I do feel that. And I also want to take you to York.
York?
I'm being drawn to York, because I got married and I'm from that area, which is good.
Yeah.
And I've got the Minster, so I want to take you to York. And I do feel like it's going to be a good time. So I feel like there could be a plan of possibly a day sesh one in York.
We've got
things coming up.
Loads of things
coming
up.
Things coming up.
Yeah.
I've got York. I've definitely got York. I'm going to take you to York. And I also need to tell you that you need to stop questioning yourself. Because I feel like you doubt yourself with a lot of things. Not just you as a person, but I feel you doubt yourself with what you do for other people, and I feel like you've always been like that. And you come across as confident, but deep down you're a bit like a jelly baby. You're a bit tougher on outside, but you're soft as shit in the middle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you need to stop doubting yourself. You need to stop doubting who you are. And you also need to stop questioning about Gary with you, because I feel that you've sometimes sat there and said to yourself, what's he doing with me? This is nothing. What's he doing with me? Why? You two are destined. I believe you two were together in a past life. Somewhere along the line, you were connected somewhere along the line, and I believe that you've been drawn together. Don't ever question that side of things. Never. Because I know you do.
Yeah, I do. You're right. You are right.
I know you do. Right, what I do here is I get spirit energy to choose 3 cards. I should have got me pen and paper to write them down. It doesn't matter, I'll just photograph them and do it later. What I do is...
Sure, I'll get your pen and paper.
It's fine, honestly. What I do is I draw you 3 cards through spirit, and then I read you the cards. But I don't automatically read what's on the cards, because I don't do it like that, because I think that's cheating. I do it so that I feel the cards. They guide my hands. I get the feeling through my hands. And then the 3 cards, I will read you what I pick up from them cards. And then when I've done, like probably tomorrow actually, because obviously I've got to be up early for work. Which one do you want? That one. I will upload them all, and then I'll send you them. I'll have sent you and Billy for everybody, do you know what I mean? Because obviously I don't know anybody else, so... Which one did you want? I feel the warmth. It's that one, isn't it? Yeah. 1, 2... I feel good, this chair squeaking, it's not my sandal.
They need tightening.
It's probably my bloody weight gain lately, that's what it is. Which one did you want? You're going over 3 here. That one, I can feel the warmth. Right. The first card, Angel of Love. She's drawn you that card because obviously she's sending a lot of love, but I do feel as though you are more loved than you believed you are, or you believe you are. I feel like there's people around you that absolutely adore you, and you struggle to accept people's love because for some reason you doubt yourself and you don't feel you deserve some people's love. And this goes back to when you were younger, because you were a bit of a bugger at times, I'm getting. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like you've got a lot of love to give, but also she's giving me this card because I feel with you, sometimes you give too much love to people and you give too much of yourself to people, and people take advantage of it and they can basically just take your heart out, jump on it and then walk away. Love those who deserve it. Love those who love you, basically. Respect those who respect you. And stand your ground when it comes to people trying to take advantage of that, okay? Angel of Wisdom. That's your next card. You have got a wise head on your shoulders, and she's proud of the fact that you have. And this young man's laughing because he's saying, if I'd have known you years ago, you would not have had that card. There's no way on this earth I would have given you that card because you were just like a firecracker and did what you wanted. I do feel, though, that you are quite wise, and obviously you're stable, you've got a lovely home, you've got a lovely partner, everything around you. But I also feel you need to be a bit more wise with certain people around you, because I do feel there is somebody in your circle, don't know who it is, but I do feel this person can sometimes take a bit of advantage. Like, for example, they might say to you, can I borrow £10? And then 3 months later, you still haven't got it, but then they've got the cheek to come and say to you, can I borrow a bag of sugar, or can I? And I just feel like you're that sort of person that will think, oh, sorry, it's only a tenner. And that person knows they're taking advantage of you. Be a bit wiser and stand your ground with that one. And your last card is Angel of Belief. You need to have more belief in yourself, of who you are as a person and what you are capable of doing and what you are able to do. I know your voice is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm not just saying this. Your voice is phenomenal. No, I'm being serious. Absolutely phenomenal. I actually showed my girls and my family the video of you singing, and they've said, why isn't he selling records, right? You are phenomenal. But the reason that you hold back is because you don't believe in yourself. You can sing anything that's put in front of you, but then you're doubting, are you good enough, are you this and you that? I'm the same with what I do. But I also feel the belief thing with you, I feel it comes into you as a person, and I feel like because you've possibly in your past caused a bit of drama, let's just say that, I feel you struggle now going forward because your conscience kicks in too much and you've got that guilt. You need to leave it. You need to leave the conscience and the guilt, because what you did in your past does not reflect who you are now, doesn't reflect your future. Believe in yourself and you'll have a free ride. Does that make sense to you?
Definitely.